Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Dr. Angela Shuttlesworth of Be.Lead.Grow.com. It is early in the morning, so I know some of you all are on your way to work, and some of you all will be catching this replay once you've gotten in, and I am excited to share with you about some basic things that are essential to leaders, making sure that you start your day not only willing, ready, and able to create success, but to receive success as well. So, as you all know, I help leaders and organizations to increase their profit, performance, and power. Consider me the social work for your business. So, I come in, help you to assess, to intervene, and put yourself in position to thrive. And oftentimes that comes from removing barriers that are rarely talked about, and to come up with power strategies, creative ways for you to truly create a path that is in alignment with the personal mission and vision that you have for yourself, and making sure that organizations and businesses do not miss that missing piece where their staff and their team members feel disconnected to the work that they're doing. So that's the fun stuff that I get to do. And I also come and talk to you all through Facebook Lives and various different means to make sure that you all are able to make this life and leadership and legacy the one that you desire and deserve. So let's dive right in. First of all, just the fact of waking up in the morning with the decision that you want to be great is the first thing that you must do. So we starting our day in a space of gratitude, in a space of thankfulness that we're here, right? So it's like, wait a minute, my lungs work. My heart is beating. I am here. So we want to start out with a space of gratitude. The second thing you want to do is different for people. Some people say they start their day in a space of meditation, while others may need to hear inspirational videos and or to check in and see what the market is doing. So the second and third thing that you need to do is find what works for you. So it may be a matter of trying some different things in the morning to see what gets you going. I was very clear. I have tried and tried and tried to be that person that stays in a space of silence in the morning. It works. It's beautiful. However, I am best when I start my day, sometimes even listening to some of my own work, or there is a list of people that I like to listen to their lives. They are the people that are in my see first when I jump onto Facebook. So even though that isn't the best thing to do, to say jump into the matrix of Facebook in the morning, but if you know and if you intentionally set it, your settings where you are receiving that which you want and what you need, then it's okay. So of course that means you have to do some prep work to think about what is the energy that gets you going? What is the energy that puts you not only in the right frame of mind, but that helps you to be empowered into action? Not just the feel good that wears out 5 minutes after you've heard it, but the kind that is giving you something that's going to make your day better. So you want to think about that and then give yourself what you need. And you definitely want to reflect. So rather it's your meditation and your journaling or whatever that is comes before your check-in with the world. But at either way, you need to make sure that you spend some time in silence with yourself. Tap into what's going on inside of you. What is it that you need in that moment? There may have been some carryover from the day before where it could be a simple thing as I need a hug. I need to put myself in a space where I get a hug from somebody, or I need a listening ear, or I need someone who is able to help me with this particular strategy, right? So you have started your day with the knowledge and the choice to tap into your greatness, to tap into you being the solution-focused leader that you are. You have solutions inside of you. And so once you've identified that within yourself, it's like, okay, I come up with solutions. I can help others to come up with solutions as well. So you start your day having known that it's already there. I'm already on my path, and this is something that I'm able to do consistently. And so another way that ties into that is simple things. And this is one of the number one strategies that one of the high officers in the Navy talks about is making up your bed. And it's such a simple step. I've talked about this before, but it lets you know, one, that you've given yourself and you've paid attention to your environment. And not only did you pay attention to it, but it's important. It is important enough for you to pause and not to just jump out and just go. And the world is so important and where you are doesn't matter. So it's giving you, one, the confidence to know that, hey, I invested in myself with my time and my energy, but then it also says I finished something. And so when you are reminded and constantly giving yourself these messages, consciously and unconsciously, it is going to stay in your mind like, okay, so now we've said, I give myself what I need to hear. I've tapped in to ask myself, what do I need for today? I've completed a task. So within literally 30 minutes of your day, you've already fed your energy and your spirit with so many things that are needed for you to know that you are worthy of success. What leads us to the next one is reminding yourself in whatever subtle way that you are worthy of this experience. Leadership is not something, there's this whole war between, is it taught or is it something that you just grow up with? Is it something that's earned? All of these things, but leadership is something that we shouldn't take for granted. It is something that you, again, should be grateful for. Grateful that somebody is willing to listen to what you have to say, that is willing to follow you, right? Beyond just the typical Facebook follow, but they're there to listen to what you have to say. And so we want to be grateful for this opportunity to lead. And that leads to the next one of being accountable to someone or something. What is it that is attached to your leadership? And you want to start your day reminding yourself of your why. I am very clear, and I've consistently said, Be.Lead.Grow is my form of reparations. It is the way where I make sure that I am creating avenues of freedom and power for leaders that are really ready to do the work and the real work. I'm here to make people really experience what healing looks like so that we can go out and not continue to hurt, harm, and put other people in danger, period. That's my why. And so when you know that, and it's attached to making sure that other leaders aren't having some of the things that I had, which was, going to work with headaches, chest pains, and really just not fully having a full experience because I was so overwhelmed. I was taking on too many tasks. I was trying to make sure that I was this she-woman that I couldn't be. And I was doing it, but at the expense of my physical health. And it's just not acceptable, period. So once I made a decision, intentional decision, I should say, to say I'm no longer married to the struggle. I'm not here to prove anything to anybody. I am here to make sure that I am instead married to bliss. So make that decision to give yourself what you need, but then also attach it to your why. So why are you in this leadership role? What is the purpose? What is the intention? Who is it that you are accountable to, or what is that thing that you're accountable to? What is the cause that's attached to it? And not for the sake of saying, okay, everybody else in the world is more important than my own experience, because that's not true. And it's inauthentic and it will wear off, because then that will further remind you and or tell you that you are not worthy of the highest experience of life, right? And to me, that's where I say high power leadership comes in. So oftentimes we'll say, okay, I'm here to end world hunger. That's awesome, right? And so you spend so much time and energy making sure that other people eat that sometimes you neglect your bills and you neglect making sure that those in your own family are able to eat. So that's the conversation where I'm talking about, to make sure that you're not spending so much time on the outside world's needs that you're not taking time to eat lunch every day. And you're not taking time to eat a healthy lunch because you're so busy backed up with meeting after meeting after meeting. So yes, be accountable to someone or something, but not at the expense of your own life and your own health. That is that choice. And when we are making these decisions, it allows for us to have a true life that is the good stuff, right? And it is a sign of making the choice to be healthy. And very briefly, I want to remind us what healthy is. And healthy is when we've made the choice to H, which is to honor everyone's experience. E, establish excellence as your norm. A, advance your culture with innovation. L, lead with vulnerability and joy. T, thrive with efficiency and passion. And then Y is to yield to the awesomeness of you. So every day, I would challenge you and or encourage you to say, what of that element do I need to focus my energy on for the day? So today, I want to give you one of them to use. And that is for you to yield to the awesomeness of you, which is the individual. Oftentimes in the workplace, we are so consumed with the concept of team that we don't slow down to focus on the contributions of the individual. So you want to make sure that you start your day saying, hey, what do I contribute? What do I bring? What is it that is making this particular business, this particular organization, and or the entrepreneurship journey that you're creating? How is it better because you're there, right? And that may come from you doing some of the other elements of healthy by honoring your experience and reminding yourself that you are worthy of being this leader. So do all of those things and come with a mindset of, hey, this is my journey. I'm grateful for being on this journey. I'm excited to be on this journey. And then have the heart and connect it with your passion and the energy. It is time out for leaders who are maybe equipped but are stale and boring and do not bring the energy that we need that is going to bring change in 2017. It is 2017. So, for example, the fact that you all are listening to this means that you're connected to social media and or LinkedIn and or email, or you've seen this in some type of an article or some way. So you're tapped in. But we want to also remind other leaders that we have to be connected to the times. So with an awareness of what is necessary and what's needed for the times, we choose to show up. So with that, the last thing is for you to make the choice to show up and show out in everything that you do on this day. And with that, allow yourself to receive. So as you are creating success, allow for others to show up and to give you the success that you are a part of. And so that may be you asking for help. That may be you having an open door instead of trying to feel like you have to face that obstacle and or complete that task alone. Leave the door open. Allow for someone to come in to say, how may I help you today? What is it that you need? What are you working on? All of those things will allow for the support and the partnership that we need. Y'all know I'm team interdependence. So definitely looking for opportunities of partnership because we need each other. And when we remind ourselves of that in leadership, success is when others feel that they can come to us and ask us for help and or to stand with us on this journey that's attached to why we woke up this morning to begin with. So be encouraged. Know that I am here to support you. And I also want to encourage you, if you are ready, to have the conversation to say, you know what? I want to take my life leadership and my legacy to the next level to make sure I'm truly walking in alignment with my personal mission and vision. Then I want you to head on over to Be.Lead.Grow.com/scheduling and apply for your 30-minute complimentary Be.Lead.Grow Power Strategy Call, where we literally look at and reflect on what are the things that have been happening in your life, what is the ways that you've invested in yourself and or missed opportunities, and what can you be doing in the future to get yourself back on track with what it is you need, whether that's working with me and or looking for someone in a particular other area of expertise. I am very big. I stay in my lane. I know what I'm able to do and what I'm not. And that needs to be one of the success tools as well, where we are definitely staying focused on what it is that we're not only able to do, but what we should be doing, right? I love that saying that says, just because I can don't mean I should. And when we're reminded of that, that definitely helps to release our overwhelm. And because I'm committed to walking my talk, that is one of those things that is essential to me being able to show up on these Facebook Lives, these interviews, and to write with content that I truly believe in. And if it doesn't, then I'm not doing it. So let's talk about what is it that you truly believe in that's the heart of what you want to do, and to make sure that you're doing that. And if you're not, what are the next steps that you need to take? So the first thing is to go on over to www.BeLead.Grow.com/scheduling. So I, on that note, wish you an amazing day that gives you all of the feels where your heart goes pitter patter. The other day I was talking to one of my clients, and it was just so amazing. I was like, oh my God, you're making my heart go pitter patter. And that feeling of bliss is just such a reminder that I am where I'm supposed to be. So I hope that you are today reminded of the reality that you have created and that it is beautiful and pleasing in your sight. So as always, don't forget the world, yes, they deserve you at your best, and they are able to dive in and to receive all of the goodness that you bring. And at the end of the day, and at the beginning of the day, remind yourself that in the midst of it all, you deserve you at your best. I look forward to talking to you soon. And as always, be ready to be, lead, and grow. Take care.